it all started with a wild accusation, and Nicki Minaj says that Jay-Z owes her up to $200 million from the Tidal streaming deal, money she claims was part of an undervalued equity stake she never got paid out on. So she posted all of these messages, and even more. Like, these aren't even all of them. This is the first batch of messages she posted when she was first interested in exploring the idea of her being owed $200 million from Roc Nation. Steve Stoute clapped back, saying she didn't sign the paperwork, and that's why she got left behind on the deal. Then things got messy. Nicki mentioned a TDE manager, Top Dog Entertainment. That's the label that Kendrick Lamar is a part of, Schoolboy Q is a part of, and SZA is a part of. So Nicki mentioned a TDE manager while going after Roc Nation. And next thing you know, SZA jumps in with a cryptic subtweet that says, "Don't take the bait, silly goose." Nicki thought that was about her, took it personally. She fired back with a barrage of insults, including something saying that she's impressed that SZA knew how to draw back on the freckles in the same area each time when she used to have freckles, and saying she is delusional for thinking that she's anywhere near as big of an artist as Nicki Minaj is. And she just went on a whole total rant. And basically, she kind of blew that open into a full-grown industry shutdown. So now we've got two major artists going at it, plus in addition to the Nicki Minaj beef list, which is quite impressive. Let's take a look at that, where we stand now in the Nicki Minaj beef list. We're now up to 15 names active on the beef list. Now, there are people that have been removed, like Drake. He was on here for a little bit, but he got his beef removed. Taylor Swift was also on here for a bit, but apparently they made up. Miley Cyrus, I think that was too big and too public for that to ever be the same, so I'm not going to remove her. But we have SZA now here at 15 on the beef list. Roman's revenge list is what I'm calling it. Are you impressed or concerned? Do you think that Nicki Minaj is on to something or on something currently in her career?
I think
and be careful, because she's very litigious.
I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
Okay. You think she can be both?
She can be both on to something and on something.
Okay. One can be. Okay. Not she. One can be.
I think Nicki Minaj is 100% on to something because...
Okay.
Yes, because like...
But if you're beefing with everybody, don't you seem like you would be the problem after a while? Like 15 people
that's how they want you to
at your job. You're beefing with 50 people at your job? That's a lot of people.
Well, guess what? 15 people might be wrong. 50 people can be right. Because to be honest with you, like Nicki Minaj is saying a lot of quiet stuff out loud that people don't want to hear. Like that's one part.
She didn't sign the deal. That's what you wanted to do.
That's the part that gets to me though, because like remember when Tidal was rolled out and it was like Rihanna and Nicki and Beyonce, Kanye, they did this major press conference. I think Lady Gaga was there, Madonna, one of them. They did this major press conference and they were all there, and I saw them signing like documents and stuff like that. I find it very hard to believe that Nicki Minaj would believe that she signed paperwork to get money for streaming, and then decades later, it's like, oh no, you never signed this paperwork. I don't think anybody's that stupid.
No matter how much she signed, she wasn't getting no 200 million. Like, come on.
I wasn't there. I don't know the money aspect of it, but nobody is that dumb to be like, you owe me money, knowing they didn't sign the paperwork. To me, that just seems BS.
Well, Steve Stoute is saying what it is. So I mean, and I mean, look, these are decks. And another thing about these 15 people, it's not like you're beefing with 15 people all about the same subject. These are all individual discrepancies and disagreements that you have with each person. It's crazy. That's a lot of people. Does anyone have a list like this?
If you go down this list, though, most of these people, most of the women on this list, all minus maybe Mariah Carey, are her competitors when it comes to her career. So that's half the list right there.
Why do you have to have competitors? These people don't consider each other competitors. You don't see Cardi B going at Megan Thee Stallion. You don't see her going at Lotto. Like, these people don't beef with each other. So why do they have to be competitors?
That's fine, but they are competitors, though. Like, regardless if they want to see themselves or not, they just are. Like, we do that. We say there's only one GOAT. There's the best of whatever. And Nicki Minaj wants to be the best, and she feels like she has to talk to these other people this way. Two of these people on here are her ex-lovers, so I can understand why they would be on the list as well. And then there's Jay-Z, who she thinks owes her money. Look, I mean, I'm team Nicki Minaj on this.
Oh wow. Okay. And how you see him doing the thing? He's trying to do the thing. He's doing the thing. He's definitely doing the thing. He's trying to gain support via Nicki Minaj, a stand
It's hard
or
not
something
to,
like that.
really hard not to support Nicki Minaj.
I saw some of this stuff. You know, I don't get too deep in, but I saw her supporters, and they were like, "Y'all be saying Nicki crazy," but then I was like, "Oh," and I had to, and I to be honest, I had to turn it off. Like Nicki Minaj fans are a lot like MAGA. To be honest with you, it really doesn't matter what Nicki says or does. She's right, they're wrong. She's up, they're down. She's the best, they're nowhere near her. And there's not much you can really say. So we'll see how this plays out. If she feels they owe her money, she should sue them. I don't think you should go on Twitter and rant and do all these pictures. What is that going to do? That's not going to do anything. They're saying sign the paperwork. So that Nicki produced the paperwork. I'm sure you got a copy. So that you do your thing and you make sure you get what you're owed and you move, and that's all we can do. And we support you if that's the case. I'm not one to be on the industry side. I don't like the industry. That's why I sided with Drake against Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, stop it.
So you said that her going on Twitter and doing these rants is not going to do her any good. The last person I remember going on Twitter and going on these rants became the president of the United States. So I don't know. Like
Kanye was the last one. Kanye was the last one. Not Trump.
He don't count.
And I think she's closer to Kanye as far as brainwave activity than Donald Trump, honestly. And that's just what I'll say about that.
No, I agree with that, but we'll see.
You don't think so?
I think they're all right there.
Mixed up. Yeah,
they're all right there. They all
got the same patterns.
That thing. They got that thing in common.
That EKG looks all similar.
But they got it.
Eric, Nicki Minaj fans, are you with him or against him?
I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't care.
Okay.
I'm not a Nicki fan. I'm not a Nicki fan, but she's a little cold out here right now. So I guess she's trying to drum up some, get her name back.
Drum it up.